Roma TV and radio stations across Eastern Europe are now linking up for the first time, sharing programs and information, bringing more of their communities in touch with decisions affecting them. The broadcasts also give the main populations an understanding of what it's like to be Roma. Better education is at the heart of the decade. Many families can't afford to send their children to school, the uneducated can't find work, and the cycle continues. Across Eastern and Central Europe, less than 1 in 5 Roma children continue their education beyond primary school.
What I have observed in my daily practice is that this new generation, which is 14, 15 years old, which came after, or which has grown up after the transition in our country, is certainly illiterate. And it's pity because these children are not having any perspectives for future.
Roma children grow up speaking Romani, their mother tongue, and often have a poor command of the national language where they live. This means they are treated as outcasts at national schools, often segregated into Roma-only classes, some placed in schools for learning disabilities, some never venturing from the Romani schools in the settlements. Many children drop out early, disillusioned, disadvantaged. But there is hope for a new generation. In Bukovlak, Bulgaria, where 90% of Roma are unemployed, Sasho Alexandrov is an enrollment coordinator, integrating Roma children into local schools in nearby Pleven.
Глада и безработицата на пръв поглед ме накара.
Hunger and unemployment made me concerned that people had to become more motivated in order to find work. That means, through education, they could find jobs. The older generations are earning their living by scavenging in the junkyards and garbage cans. The younger generation, who are included in the regular schools, will have a completely different understanding and a perception about life. I'm trying to be a friend to my son. He's 9 years old. Now he's in the second year of the program. I needed special help at school. I don't want him to need special help as well.
But bringing Roma children into mainstream education and helping them feel comfortable requires approaches from many quarters. Miglena Tasova is one of the students from 52 settlements across Bulgaria who attended a 6-week course at Veliko Tarnovo University to train as a Roma teaching assistant in national schools.
I admit that when I first arrived, I thought about going back home. But then when I met the others, we liked each other, and I decided to stay in order to learn something new and to pass on what I've learned to children. My dream is to have a job, to be capable and independent.
Back in her hometown, Lom, Miglena is bringing Romani culture and language into the local classroom, as well as helping Roma children get up to speed, making way for better understanding and less discrimination.
I like her very much. She teaches us and helps us with anything we find difficult.
The teaching assistants are very important in such bilingual environments. In this environment, they are essential for the students to accept the new teaching materials. Obviously, I hope this policy will continue with the communities if we get opportunities. from the European partners, especially in the places where we've had less successful results.
In the meantime, Roma non-government organizations are replicating the course with universities across the country. But it's not just in schools. Integration needs to happen in the workplace too. Since the collapse of communism, economic hardship in Eastern Europe has affected everyone, and Roma isolation has increased dramatically.
Until 1989, we had no economic problems. Because we had secure jobs, we were working, of course. And that meant a much more full inclusion into the society than in the present time.